Alrighty, hello YouTube, welcome back to my channel. For those of you who don't know me, I am Cryptic Coil, and in today's video, I'm going to do another R.L.Stine haul. Okay, a bunch of books just came in from online. I already opened them, so this can go a little bit faster. Okay, so I have a redundant copy of Superstitious. So I have this book already, and I have it in paperback, but it's a different size. This one looks well read. Well, it doesn't look well read, but I can tell it's been read. So this is going to be my reading copy because I have not read Superstitious before. One thing that I really regret was a time where I saw Superstitious at a thrift store in hardback, and I didn't pick it up because I saw a review of the book online, and it wasn't a very good review. They made it sound like it was kind of a bad book, but I mean, I wish I would have bought it, and I didn't. And now all I got are these paperbacks, and but I mean, I'll take him. I'll take him. I got a reading copy right here. I got the other one over there. The collector's one over there is what I meant to say. Okay. So I got this book, and this isn't an R.L. Stine book per se, but it's got R.L. Stine and Christopher Pike. Okay, and the book is called 13. It's a paperback. I've never had this book before. I've been aware of it for years, and I just never bought it. So it's nice to have this one in the collection. This one looks pretty well read. It's a point fiction horror book. I mean, it's got 13 Tales of Horror by 13 Masters of Horror. It's got D.E. Atkins, A. Bates, J. Bennett, Caroline Cooney, Carol Ellis, Diane Ho, Lyle Litkey, Christopher Pike, Sinclair Smith, who I'm not familiar with, J.B. Stamper, who's I have a number of their books. J.B. Stamper has written like a collection of, short horror stories for kids and young adults. R.L. Stine, Ellen Emerson White, and Patricia Windsor. So that's pretty cool. Let's see. What else do I got? Okay, so this was really interesting. Dang it. Sorry. I know you're like, just get to it, dude. Okay, so I said this is really interesting, so I'll show you what I was talking about. Okay, so this one, Horror High, Deadly Love by R.L. Stine. So this looks interesting. I've never seen this in my life, never heard of it. I bought it online. Whoever I bought it from, I guess, bought it from a thrift store because there's a thrift store sticker. But this thing looks like, I mean, it's in almost perfect condition. As far as the condition goes, I'd rate it at least a 9.5 out of 10. I mean, look at that spine. No creases, no nothing. Look at the cover. Like, really nice. Sorry, one of my neighbors is just outside my apartment. Anyway, yeah, I mean, really nice. Little stain on the page, no big deal. It looks like the tagline on the front is going to read, "No one gets out of here alive." And the people on the cover look like they could be either millennials like myself or Zoomers. So let me read the back real quick. Horror High. It's the stuff of nightmares. Who knew romance could be so dangerous? It could even kill you. 3 terrifying tales in one. There's Horror High Grave Intentions, Horror High Fatal Kiss, and Horror High Deadly Rumors. That Okay, this sounds like incredibly interesting. I'm very glad to have it in my collection. Um, so there's that. I have R.L. Stine, The Sitter. R.L. Stine, everything he's done before was child's play. Summer jobs can be murder. So The Sitter, huh? Is this some kind of sequel to The Babysitter? Sorry, let me get this blasted sticker off. You guys know how much these things bother me. If you watch my channel, you know these things bother me. Let me get this darn thing off. And let me take a sip of my scotch. Okay, so I am going to read you the back. Master of chilling suspense, R.L. Stine proves that you never outgrow a good scare. If he frightened you then, he'll terrify you now. Ellie Sachs is dying to escape the city. She's sick of dead-end jobs, her mother's disapproval, her loser ex-boyfriend, Clay, who won't take a hint, and the memories of a terrible incident that occurred years ago when her best friend suggests a summer in the Hamptons full of glitzy parties, cool cocktails, and hot dates. Ellie's on the first jitney out. What's a jitney? Okay, to fund all this glamour, Ellie takes a job as a nanny. From the outside, the family's beachfront home is perfect. But then Ellie meets 4-year-old Brandon, who hasn't spoken in months. The boy's icy stare and demonic laughter make clear to Ellie that he is troubled, haunted by something too horrible for words. She begins, excuse me, sorry. She begins to receive threatening messages and disturbing gifts, but it's not until she barely escapes a harrowing experience that she realizes her life may depend on figuring out who's behind it. Clay? Brandon? And why? And every once in a while in a crowd, she sees a face she hasn't seen in 7 years, the face of a boy who died long ago. It would seem that Ellie's summer of fun has turned into a summer of horror, one she'll never forget, if she survives it at all. Okay, okay, sounds interesting. Um, I don't think there's any tie-in to the babysitter there, but it seems like it's probably just kind of a piggybacked idea. But then again, babysitters and horror go really well together. That Netflix movie and the sequel, The Sitter, or The Babysitter, or some part two is like called Queen Bee or something. Um, uh, so I have this. It looks like this book was once owned by a library, and it's called Bitten: Dangerous Girls and the Taste of Night. R.L. Stine. So, twin sisters, those jerks, that is a terrible thing to do. Like, why would you do? I hate it when stores and. Okay, sorry, I'm losing my cool here. Why? Why would you do that? I can't read the summary on the back. You know, if I want to buy the book off you, that I'm gonna want to. All right, let's see what I can read. Okay. Twin sisters Destiny and Livy Weller return home from summer vacation with a dark secret and an inhuman desire to drink blood. It's pretty metal. What have they become? Can they ever turn back? As their deadly secret becomes harder to keep, more questions arise and loyalties are tested. And as one sister descends into darkness, the other must find a way to save her and herself. Who will live to see the glow of the next full moon? Which sister will survive? In Dangerous Girls and Dangerous Girls number 2, The Taste of Night, published together in Bitten, bestselling author R.L.Stine explores the dark creatures of the night. This I'm definitely gonna read this. I don't know when, but I'm gonna make it happen. I am gonna make this happen. I love vampires. I'm a diehard vampire fan. I mean, I really am. Like when I grow up, I want to be a vampire. Let's see what else. Okay, so I already have this, and you guys know I have it. A Midsummer Night's Scream. So I have it in hardback. So this paperback copy is actually in pretty decent condition, or actually super good condition. I don't think it's ever been read. The spine is nice and strong. Cover's in perfect shape. The spine is in perfect shape. But I have the hardback copy, so when I read it, it'll probably be when I do read it, I'm probably just gonna read the hardback copy. They don't really need to put stickers on these books, you know. Let's see. All right, I got 4 more books for you. All right, so here's a hardback. Ooh, this is exciting. And it's a Fear Street novel called Fear Street, The Dead Boyfriend. Now, I've known that this book has existed for at least a year, but I've never seen it, never read it, because R.L. Stine, a long time ago, he wrote a standalone novel, and this was before the Fear Street series, and it was called The Dead Girlfriend. So the tagline reads, "She's dying to go out with him, the dead boyfriend," of Fear Street novels. So, okay, I just opened it for the first time. I don't think this book has ever been opened because there was some resistance. Okay, so when I read the back, it looks like there's a passage from the book, but when I open the front on the inside of the cover, looks like there's a sleeve, or there's a summary. So let me read this to you. Caitlin has never had a real boyfriend before. When she starts seeing Blade, she throws herself into the relationship with fervor. She ignores her friends, who warn her that Blade may be a phony and that she is taking the whole thing too seriously. Caitlin is smitten. She doesn't care if she loses her friends. All she wants is Blade. When Caitlin sees Blade with another girl, she completely loses it. She snaps. Everything goes red. When she comes back to her senses, she realizes that Blade is dead, and she has killed him. But if Blade is dead, how is he staring at her across a crowded party? Terrifying from the first page to the last, The Dead Boyfriend is a heart-racing tale of love gone horribly, murderously wrong. All right, just for fun, let's go ahead and read this back together. Welcome to Fear Street. You're not afraid, are you? Yes, people hear creature howls late at night. Dark figures from the woods where even the birds seem frightened to land. Maybe you've heard there's a curse on the street and a curse on those who live there? But a street can't be evil. Can it? Can it? Blade and I were perfect together. Perfect from that first night we met. That night, it wasn't a perfect night, diary. I ran into Dina Fear that night. I'd lived in Shadyside my whole life and never spoken to anyone from the Fear family. And now my hand is suddenly sweaty and it's hard to grip the pen, remembering, thinking about Dina Fear and all the darkness she brought with her. And poor Blade, my beautiful Blade, did I have any way of knowing he would be with me for such a short time? Any way of knowing he would die such a horrifying death? I have to stop. My tears are smearing the page, and I'm gripping the pen so tightly now. I want to use it to stab. Stab! Stab! Okay. Okay. I dig it. Chicks can be creeps too. Okay. Just saying. Just saying. All right, so I got right here a Fear Street Nights novel called Moonlight Secrets. The tagline reads, "They only come out at night." And there's kind of a holographic, like, you know, feature on the cover. So, Fear Street Nights. Ooh, this is book number 1 in the series. Fear Street Nights, this series had to have come out long after I was done reading, like, young adult stuff. Because when I became, like, a real adult, I wanted to, like, read real adult stuff. And now that I'm older, I realize, like, how pretentious that was. It's like, just read whatever you want. Like, you read for entertainment, read to be entertained. And that sticker just kind of ruined the paint a little bit on my book. Thanks, Jackie. Okay, so this is book number... Okay, so all I want to know is, what year did this come out? 2005. Yeah, I was already out of high school by then. I think I only read one Fear Street book out of high school, or when I was at, already past high school. So let me read this to you. When you can't sleep, there's always nights. It all started with Lewis and Jamie. They were sneaking out late at night to be together. Then their friends started joining in, first at the old burned down Fear Mansion, later at the local bar nights, Fear Street Nights, the local bar nights. They called themselves the Night People, and they carefully protected their secret world. No parents, no work, no stress, just chilling with friends in their own private after-hours club. But then the nights turned dark, unexplainable accidents, evil pranks, and then later, the killings. The Night People know they have to stop the horror all by themselves, or else they risk exposure, not to mention their lives. Things go bump in the night. Okay. So this is R.L.Stine Fear Street's Night, or Fear Street Nights, Moonlight Secrets, book 1 in the series. Let me show you the spine just for fun. Okay, and that's the back. All right. 2 more books, guys. We're going to get through this. All right, so Fear Street Nights Midnight Games. And the tagline reads, "Someone isn't playing by the rules." And it doesn't say what number this is in the series. So what I'm going to do is I'm going to open up my Fear Street Moonlight Secrets book So Midnight Games is book number 2 in the series. Okay, so the cover. So there's the Fear Mansion right there, and there's just kind of a face of a chick, and that's it. All right. Dana Fear isn't thrilled about spending her senior year at Shadyside High. The Fear family history goes way back in this town, and she's not into lugging around the baggage. But then she gets in with the night people. Shadyside's pretty cool when it's 3 a.m. and you're chilling at a bar called Nights with your new best friends. Until the evil returns and the night people start mysteriously disappearing one by one. Dana swears she has nothing to do with it, but all fingers point in one direction because there is, after all, a new fear in town. All right, and the last book that I have is book number 3 in the series, and that is Darkest Dawn. And I don't want to even read the back because there's going to be spoilers. I just read spoilers. I guess there's recurring characters in the series, so I don't want to ruin it for myself because I actually want to read it. All right, with that being said, that's my book haul. Thank you guys very much for watching. I really hope you enjoyed. Some of these books came out, a little after my time was over, and I'm glad that I get to play catch up now after all this time. Uh, I'm really, really starting to get happy with my R.L.Stine Fear Street collection, which is my book collection in general. Some of the young adult stuff that I've picked up from thrift stores and online hauls. I mean, it's been awesome. All right, well, thank you guys for watching, okay? Horns up, peace out.